Time now for our Friday morning funnies on WFLR. This week's featured comic is Todd Riley. Over the past 10 years, Todd's climbed the comedy ranks and can be seen touring the nation's most premier comedy clubs. He was featured in the 2014 Oddball Comedy Festival and even appeared in Comedy Central's Up Next Comedy Contest. When Todd is not out headlining his own shows, he can be seen performing alongside national touring headliners such as Rob Schneider, John Lovitz, and Tammy Pescatelli, just to name a few. His debut comedy album, Nobody Listens to Me, was recently released on iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify. Here is Todd Riley.
A weird time for these kids to grow up, man. I know it's an interesting world. Like social media and cell phones and technology have changed everything now. I don't get it, man. I used to go out, have a good time, put your cell phone in the coat, watch a game, hang out, meet a stranger, have a conversation, check it later. Now I think people would rather just sit next to each other and show videos back and forth all night. Have you seen this one yet? Yeah? Okay. Oh, but have you seen this one yet? Yeah? Okay. What about the whale playing fetch? Have you seen this one yet? Well, you're not being any fun. I'm going to send this to Jessica. I was like, you're not living in the moment at all. Like, I don't know how some people are alive right now they're not paying attention to. This is a beautiful sunset. We should get a panoramic. Sweet Earth, you're in the middle of the highway. Get back in your car. Get hit by a semi for 32 likes. There's people falling off the Grand Canyon. This is beautiful. Let's get a selfie. Jesus. It's not worth it, is what I'm saying. And we just become lazy communicators now, too. Like, we have group texting. I think group texting is the high school cafeteria communication. That's all it is. You got 7 people over here talking, 5 people over here talking about them, and everybody screenshot the conversation, send it to the one person they like the most. That's all that's happening. You ever just wake up in the morning, like 115 text messages, and go, I guess I'm just going to not know what happened last night. Not scrolling back through these hieroglyphics to figure out what was going on. Because unless you're in the conversation as it happens, none of that stuff makes sense, right? It's all these letters that mean words and emojis. How many eggplant emojis do you need to get your point across, Greg? And if you guys don't know what eggplant emoji stands for, I was in the grocery store the other day. That is not a good representation at all.
WFLR Finger Lakes Country, you just heard from Todd Riley. Oh, man, hilarious. You got to see him in concert. He's amazing. Of course, a couple of years ago, he came out with his own new release. He was featured on all kinds of crazy comedy festivals. He was on tour with Rob Schneider, John Lovitz, John Witherspoon. I saw him with Tammy Pescatelli, and then the pandemic hit, and I don't know what Todd's been up to since then. How you been, Todd?
I'm hanging in there, man. Just trying to get things are coming back around. So it was definitely a weird year for a lot of people, and definitely if you're trying to make people laugh in crowds, it kind of
no doubt. Now, did I see this right? Did I see this right that you actually performed at home plate at a baseball stadium?
I did. I did a minor league park set like right here in North Carolina. Some guys I know that booked some of those shows called me, and I got to do a show there. It was definitely weird, different, but fun. A lot of fun.
I was going to ask you, like, is this going to be the new trend? Because that actually seems kind of cool.
It might. I mean, I definitely think it's fun. I mean, outdoor shows are going to stick around, I think, because, comics want to get back inside, get the laughs louder, feel good about ourselves again. But outside, if you have a chance to get people anywhere now to have fun and make them laugh, it was fun. There was only about 130 people there, but it was still fun.
Really? Well, they were still doing the social distancing thing at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, I mean, because like first time I met you, you just released Nobody Listens to Me, which is still available, I believe, on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, Spotify, and you were just rocking it. I met you with Tammy Pescatelli. I don't know if you remember that or not.
I do remember that. It was a lot of fun. She's awesome, and then not every time you work with someone do they bring you into the radio show or whatever and come with them. So she was great. I've worked with her a couple times. She's always awesome.
Yeah, and I thought for sure that you were going to blow up, and then you were on the cusp of it, and then the pandemic hit. It was crazy.
Yeah, I felt like things were moving, and then like I had a big West Coast thing planned, and then it kind of shut it down, and then next thing you know, you're doing Zoom comedy, which is terrible, and then slowly getting back on the road like once a week. But hopefully this summer things will start picking back up again. It looks like all the big dogs will be on tour in the fall, so we'll be back rip-roaring and trying to be funny here in the next
year. Is it tougher, like, taking time off? Because I know you guys, you have to constantly be on stage to keep it going, so you don't get rusty, and so you feel that flow. Have you felt that rust?
Yeah, I definitely did. It was like working out, like if you haven't worked out in like 6 months or whatever, that first day back in the gym is pretty rough. So that first jog, you're like, I'm just going to go get a burrito instead. So it's been a challenge to build it back up. I mean, and then just get your stage legs back. So, but I've been lucky enough to like keep it even throughout like places would open and I'd get a weekend and get back on stage, and then I'd have a couple weeks off, and then too much time off. But I definitely have to be up there a lot to be funny. So.
Well, because I was wondering, like, with new material, are you testing it out on your friends, or are you like calling other comic friends of yours and saying, "Hey, what do you think about this?" I don't know.
I just have like a backlog of ideas that need to be run by people, and then so I'm just kind of like, when I do get stage time, I'll just throw those in there. But there for a while, I was doing some old stuff off the album, and and I couldn't even remember. Someone played a bit off my album a couple weeks ago, and I forgot I even did that. So it's like there's new stuff's coming. It's just I just want to get out and live again. I like to just talk about sneezing and coughing for a half hour,
right?
But like, because everybody has been locked in a room for a year, so same experiences, same ideas. So get out. I got a dog to take care of now. There's material coming from that, so we'll find stuff to talk about.
Awesome. So we do have something to look forward to, then, a new album dropping at some point.
Yeah, I'm going to work on the next producing something. If it's a video, it's probably going to be more video stuff, because a lot of people like that now, and the quick clips. And I was moving towards that direction, and like filmed an hour right before everything happened. I'm not really that happy with it. I would like to do it again. So we'll probably ramp up, and hopefully if we get on stage the next several months, I can put something new together and see what we can get produced. Nice.
Are you still hosting your podcast?
Well, I was off and on. I want to get it back going again. It's tough. I'm not as good at that as I am at stand-up, and I need to get better at it. And I had some production stuff. My microphone broke, so I got to get some things good. But I do enjoy it. It's just a different animal.
Nice. Well, that's Todd Riley. Definitely check him out. His last album was incredible. So you've got to get that one. You can find it on Pandora, Spotify, just about everywhere. Todd, thanks so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Dude, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And if people want to reach out to you, how do they do that? Facebook? You have a website?
Yeah. Todd Riley Facebook, and then my lovely Twitter and Instagram handle is Comedy Todd. So feel free to give me a follow. I need more followers.
And that was Todd Riley, our featured comic here on WFLR, part of our Friday Morning Funnies. Definitely check out his comedy album called Nobody Listens to Me. You can find it on iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify.